You might not realize this, but out of the top 400 richest Americans, 62 are women. And except for 2 of them, they all got their money from divorce.
She dismantles the myth of the self-made billionaire, exposing how most of that extreme wealth was handed over through settlements.
Never marry a dusty, or you should never even get married unless it's financially beneficial for you in the long run and in the present moment as well, okay? When you marry, it's not for love, okay? Nothing in the contract for marriage says anything about love. I'm trying to help y'all, okay? Nothing in the marriage contract says anything about love. Nothing. Do you understand? It's all about money, all about property, all about those things that dusty ain't got. You hear me? So, in order to understand this, you need to do your research. Go online and read all the stuff about marriage, the contracts, the legal stuff about it, and you will understand what you're signing up for if you marry a dusty. You're not supposed to be marrying no dust, okay? That's going backwards in life. So you definitely need to understand that when you're signing a marriage contract, that is a business contract. And who wants to go into business with a dusty? A person who doesn't even know anything about money, someone who's not financially stable, someone who's unable to make good financial decisions, someone who you're connecting to financially and legally on paper.
She spells it out with zero hesitation. Marriage is a business contract, and love has nothing to do with the paperwork. Men have warned...
Modern women ruin marriage, and they don't even realize it. You don't compete with your husband, you complement him. If you're arguing about who makes more money, who works harder, or who's more tired, you already lost the polarity. Men don't fall in love with competition, they fall in love for softness. You can be soft, you can be ambitious, but if you don't know how to submit to his leadership, don't be shocked when he stops leading.
It is rare, sharp insight that modern culture will instantly reject as oppressive. The moment a relationship turns into a power struggle, polarity vanishes. Attraction cannot survive constant friction.
Never in a million years did I think I was going to be 37 single.
And you think that's why?
I've seen too much in my life.
Okay, and that means what?
I'm tainted. I mean, you can imagine the things that I've seen. Married women, women leaving their boyfriends on the spot, leaving their boyfriend in the club. I mean, everything under the sun that you can imagine. I'm giving you the super G version.
And this is where the hesitation turns into outright fear. As men watch what happens around them over time, stepping into that arena stops looking like a risk and starts looking like a trap.
Women say they want to be wives, but I'm sorry, that is not true. What women really want is the experience of marriage. The ring, the wedding, the pictures, the lifestyle, and the status that comes with saying, I have a husband. And that is completely different from actually understanding what it means to be a wife, isn't it? A woman who truly wants to be a wife thinks completely different. She is not just asking, what can this man give me? She's asking, what can we build together and what can I provide him?
She crosses a boundary most prefer to ignore, distinguishing the desire for a grand wedding from the reality of being a partner. Deep down, the distinction is impossible to miss.
Girl, I've told y'all several times, men don't care. Why do y'all keep believing they do? You need to care about some money. That's what you need to care about. Or a man with some money. The meaner you are and the less you care, the more the man is going to care. Because you've emotionally dragged them in.
Our playbook is simple. Stop expecting emotional investment and secure the bag instead. Framing manipulation as a strategy gives away the underlying game. Affection was never the goal.
I think men, since the beginning of time, have always been competing, not only against each other, but for the woman that they desire. And in today's modern society, we've kind of lost that sort of competition because of things like porn and OnlyFans. They're no longer competing for those women because those women just give it away for free. So there's not really that aspect of like, oh, she's hard to get, so I need to become successful in order to get her.
The truth runs much deeper. Men didn't stop pursuing because of digital distractions. They stopped because the value proposition vanished. When the reward no longer matches the effort, the chase naturally ends.
Listen, I am not available to anybody who thinks they are going to waste my time. If you are not on the same page that I am on, which is only working and spending time with each other to build a relationship that leads to marriage, family, happy ending, No, I'm not going to be wasting my time on you. You do not get my time. Oh, you just want something quick, a little fling. You do not get my time. Oh, you just want to see where it is. You know, you ain't looking for nothing serious. You do not get my time. I don't have time for that. No, I do, but I'm not giving it to you. You know, I got things I want to do. I know my goals. I know what I want. If you're not on the same page with that, remove yourself from my fucking face. Have a good one.
Withholding access is played out like a heavy penalty. But let's be honest, the other side isn't losing any sleep over it.
Why are so many men refusing to get married? This is an interesting question. And I don't know if men actually are refusing to get married or not, but it could be a few things. It could be that there's misconceptions about what marriage is. We hear a lot about who benefits from marriage. Is there a benefit to marriage? We hear a lot about men who are taken advantage of in the divorce process or feel like they lost something. I also think there's this mindset where you're with someone, but you're wondering if something better is out there. So why would you commit to marriage if you're worried you're gonna miss out on something better? What I would say to women in that situation is if your partner doesn't want to marry you and you want to get married, leave, break up, that's going to end with you guys breaking up anyway. And if you're a single man who never wants to get married, let us know why. We're really curious.
The math simply doesn't add up in them all. For men, the downside is catastrophic, especially when the legal system rewards pulling the plug.
I just want to get married. I don't want to be someone's girlfriend. I want to be someone's wife. I want to be the kind of wife that when my husband talks to me, his blood pressure goes down. The kind of wife where when I walk into the house, my husband, my kids, like their emotional temperature just stabilizes. The kind of wife where my husband can feel safe telling me anything. Like I want to be the kind of wife where my husband comes home from work and he's stressed and he comes home to a house that smells good and there's food cooking in the kitchen. But I also want to be that kind of wife that doesn't challenge him but stimulates him intellectually. The kind of wife where he'll never get bored of me. I'll always be up to be playful or even debate with him, to strengthen him when he's weak, to advise him when he's lost, to support him, and to see him, to really see him and understand him like nobody else.
Offering peace instead of constant conflict is a foreign concept in modern dating, yet it remains the ultimate requirement. Endless reminders of independence and corporate status miss the entire point of what brings true.
Never going to get married. I don't want to get married.
Why?
There's no benefit for the man. He only has everything to lose. A man can be completely faithful to his wife, provide, protect, take care of the kids, obviously when he's not working, whatever. And the wife can step out and cheat. And what's the result of that? Man has to pay alimony, has to pay child support, loses his house, loses the cars, loses everything. Why? What's the point? And then, it's a coin flip. Flip a coin if your marriage is going to work. Those are the odds. Those are the chances. If you want to get married, cool. Throw a wedding, put the rings on each other, say your vows, you're married. You don't have to submit nothing with the courts. Yeah.
Die alone?
The only reason why somebody is not okay being alone is because they're not okay with themselves. That's it. Like, if you're not okay being alone, you have issues with yourself that you need to take care of.
The cold, hard statistics validate the theory. Total loyalty offers zero protection when the system is built to strip away everything a man...
Marrying late never destroyed a man, but marrying the wrong woman did. Society pushes you guys hard to settle down. Your clock is ticking. Don't be the guy still single at 35. So what do? You guys panic and you rush and you grab the first woman that doesn't say no. And then you spend the next 10 or 15 years bleeding for it. One bad choice is all that it takes. Your peace disappears, your money drains, your focus scatters, your mental health tanks, your momentum dies, your self-respect disappears. But guess what? Loneliness is temporary. You can climb out of that. A toxic marriage, on the other hand, is a cage. Men, waiting is never going to ruin you. Rushing under pressure will.
A rare voice of reason urges patience instead of panic. Settling out of fear is a recipe for disaster, making retreat look like...
Why is it that every man that I've ever spoke to that's been married for a significant amount of time will always tell you, don't get married? I'll never forget in high school, there would be parties where all the parents would be around. The wives would be on one side and the men would be on the other side, all the husbands. And every time they would talk to me and they would tell me, whatever you do, enjoy it. Don't get married. And it's just like their wives are about 15 feet away and they're all saying all this negative stuff about it. And you see the divorce rate is constantly going up. And it makes you wonder, what's the point of even getting married?
When every veteran of the institution delivers the same desperate warning with a smile, it stops being a joke. Experience speaks volumes when the cameras are off.
gotta accept the love of my life is not from New York, bro. I keep trying with these Queens men. I keep trying with these niggas from Brooklyn. He does not live in New York because New York men never marry nobody. They just love them forever. Like, my man is definitely straight out the bayou or straight out of Houston, Texas. Because that has to be the only explanation for this. And New York men, they still in love with their bitch from high school. Like, if they already have a first love bitch, it's over. They never gonna get over that woman. So I gotta go explore my options.
Blaming geography instead of personal accountability is the ultimate cope. Before you go, unlock deeper case studies and exclusive breakdowns linked below. Take care and stay